Yards on that one.
3 or 4 it looks like, but you bring up an interesting point there. Is trying to get the name of the man who was the ball carrier there. Third different quarterback we have seen in the ball game tonight for Tarrant County, as number 14 is the man going. And there have been some roster changes here. Don't have his name, at least not all of it yet.
Look, they even have a makeshift tackle there, number 66. His numbers are much bigger than the rest of the teams. Number 66 for the Diablos. That's got to be a great tape job.
Yeah, put on with tape.
Yeah, he's got, at least that's an easy number to make with it. Yeah, he's even got an asterisk next to it.
I guess that way he can let everybody know.
Emphasize, I am the tackle.
Asterisk means done with tape.
Done with tape.
So a 3rd down and 5 now coming up for Tarrant County. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Rolling left, giving directions, and wrapped up
by number 56.
James Walton.
James Walton in on the tackle again. Was that 56 or 58? That was 56.
Yeah.
James Walton in on the tackle again. Wrapping people up, taking names.
There's James.
Yeah, James Walton, he does an excellent job on the defense. But we haven't heard much from our front 4 linemen, defensive linemen. They haven't been on many sacks, but then they're opening these holes. It seemed like to me that the Diablos have been keying on key players like Tiger Towns and Roderick Chapman, Greg Peace, the fellas that have been playing the defensive line this whole time. But they're keying on them, but leaving the linebackers to take up the slack, and the linebackers are doing their jobs.
So Tarrant County forced into a 4th and 13. Smith runs up, takes this one at about his 34. Now running the wrong way, turns, spins, wrapped up. Actually gets back to about the point where he caught the ball, maybe a yard, and a penalty marker comes raining in again.
Now that penalty was on number 56. I'm thinking they threw it on number 56, James Walton, because he was the last one that they pushed when the flag, that was doing the pushing when the flag went up. So both of them did a foul on this one, 40 and 56. When you have the officials, they get pretty deep into it. They're discussing in the middle of the field, so it seems that we'll let them make the call here.
Personal foul on number 40, black. Personal foul on 56, white. Offset him.
We have offsetting penalties here, and at least there's no kickover or anything, so everything's all right.
And we could hear the officials talking about Ray Christian, number 40 for Tarrant County. That's his 2nd personal foul of the night. Haven't seen James Walton get one before this, but the officials went over. A member of the officiating crew went over to each sideline, kind of had a little talk there with the coaches, and they were telling
the coaches that they were, whatever happens on the next personal foul with neither one of those two players, that they would possibly be ejected out the game. But I know that number 40 would be ejected out the game if he does it again.
Yeah. So
why are we standing by? Well, stand on by.
6 minutes, 53 seconds to go. The penalty's offset. Terrence Randolph throws the ball to a man in the wrong colored jersey. Looked like Willie Blaylock coming down with the interception there for Tarrant County. That play looked like trouble from the very beginning.
Well, it was on trouble, and considering the fact that we're on standby, and
I don't think Dallas Diesel's defense will stand by for any more of this.
No more of this. They've been standing by for the rest of it. So let's see what happens. The Diesel, they can get something going. I see Gooseby coming off the field, and they're talking about they've got the focus on the Diablos. Number 14 has come in for the team. He's not on. We don't have a name for him, but number 14 has come in ready to play some. It says 14 is Williams. He's come in playing the quarterback.
We have a last name. It says Williams. Don't have a first name, so he's Mr. Williams for the rest of the night. Kind of a jump pass there, but it's complete. Hollywood Jackson with the ball.
He fumbles it.
He sure did, and there's a scramble for it down there on the field at about the 10-yard line, near that area. Dallas Diesel come up with a fumble recovery, so just when it looked like they
Number 30 recovered it, so we've got
an illegal man downfield.
Joe Davis is
County.
doing an excellent job.
Yeah, Tarrant County with an ineligible receiver downfield. Turns out that it won't matter.
We have there's about 2 turnovers per team for so far in this game.
And naturally, Dallas will decline that penalty because they'll get the ball back. And just when it looked like they might give Tarrant County a break and give them the ball deep in their own territory, Dallas comes back with a big turnover. They strip the ball away.
Well, their choice on quarterbacks for the Diablos has been pretty good because they've gotten someone who can scramble and move away from the big onslaught rush of the Dallas Diesel.
1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Handoff coming near side. It's the big man again, Jarvis Harden.
A tackle made by number 59 of the Dallas Diablos.
Theron McDonald made the stop for Tarrant County, not before Harden could gain 8.
That was a great run by Harden. Harden turned the corner. It looked like number 1, Bernard Stiggers, had come in to take out the linebacker, which left him on 2 players, but he tucked his shoulder down and gained that extra 3 yards on the rush. Harden's an excellent running back.
We approach the 5-minute mark here in the first half of play. Randolph under center. They're going to blow the whistle on this one before it even gets started.
Hand off to Harden, so we got offsides, illegal procedure.
White. Going to replay 2nd down.
Jesse Palacios. Killing himself with some penalties, but that's okay.
Down.
2nd and 7.
So Harden had given the Dallas Diesel 2nd down and only 2 yards needed. Now 2nd and 7. Move it back just inside the 10-yard line.
Behind the quarterback is Terrence Randolph. He's back to pass the ball.
Avoids some pressure, steps up, has Wallace open. Wallace pulls it down. This time is able to hang on despite the hit. It was Boatman in there again, running with him pretty much step for step.
Boatman was there, but the ball was short, so he had to come back for the ball. Number 5, Ryan Wallace did an excellent job in concentrating on catching the ball even with the hit coming, potential hit. And he's been rocked before by the same individual, Roderick Boatman, in that same pass pattern before. So, and Randolph did an excellent job stepping up into the pocket, shrugging off a potential tackler and getting the ball in the air for a completed pass.
Wallace is only 5'9", goes about 160 pounds, but he showed some leaping ability there as he went up for that one.
University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff.
Randolph with the handoff. Big man is Harden, coming to the near side again. Fighting for yardage close to midfield. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6.
With 3 minutes and 48 seconds left to go, the offense is on the move as usual. I mean, they're racking up yards. They're getting some passes completed, and they're doing something. They've scored 21 points, and I'm pretty impressed with that, considering the fact the defense has been carrying them. But now the offense is showing that they are the ones.
Handoff this time coming to the near side. Ball carrier is Jarvis Williams, 22. So both Jarvises have gotten a chance to carry the ball out of the backfield this time. Dallas content to keep the ball between the hash marks, content to keep the ball on the ground for the most part. And that is a big reason why the clock is running down.
Well, they're eating up the clock. They're using up the field, eating up the clock. They started this drive on their own 8-yard line, and they're doing an excellent job getting down the field. They're in the Diablos territory, and this is the key to the game, the offense controlling the ball.
David Minor moves into the I-back position behind Jarvis Harden, and it is Minor who gets the handoff this time. Gained forward progress to about the 45-yard line before being wrapped up.
That was a good hit by number 1 for the Diablos.
Jonathan Smith in on the play, joined by Terry Lewis, number 61. They were able to wrap up David Minor, but not before he could gain first down yards for the Dallas Diesel.
Now here's the time where the Dallas Diesel should go into their 2-minute clock, 2-minute drills in order to get down the field and be able to score within 2 minutes. This puts a lot of pressure on the Diablos because the Diablos do not want to go in at halftime 28-0, considering the fact that
Speaking of
2-minute
drill,
warning,
we
yeah.
have reached the 2-minute warning, and the Dallas Diesel will not even get off another play.
Winning tickets for tonight's halftime kicking contest.
That's all I want to see.
And if you're sitting in section C, I would definitely have my ticket ready. Section C, more to come.
Bob, them really not nowhere. If they get way up there by you and start bugging you and stuff, talking to you, then start hollering at them. But right now, they start getting over there. I'm worried about
Terrence Randolph getting some instructions there, and we're able to pick up a little bit of that discussion there with our mics.
Yeah, but it seemed like the Dallas Diesel is intent on trying to score before the halftime. Going into the halftime with a 28-0 lead, it gives you a zone of comfortability. You can go in and not worry much about changing up what's not working because everything seems to be working. If anything, they're just going in to maybe try something different. Use different schemes on the offense or let players know what position they'll be going in to play the positions that they're playing.
Dallas Diesel have 45 yards to go and 2 minutes in which to do it. It's first down right now, and Jarvis Harden gets the carry. Short gain that time. He was trying to follow behind his big offensive lineman, Jesse Palacio, 74.
Number 78 put a heck of a block down at that time. Larry Carnover. He plays big, so they're doing the 2-minute warning drill right now.
Second down and 9, Randolph. To pass, looking for Wallace. That one is almost intercepted. There with the coverage for Tarrant County. Inman Wiley once again, number 25. There's Roderick Boatman, who was the man assigned to Wallace.
And Wallace had gotten open. It seems to me that they're going to Wallace a number of times. He must have the best hands out here, I would assume. But Boatman was in on it again, but he was still behind. Had that ball been led, had he led the ball, Randolph led him with the pass, that would have been a touchdown. Randolph is 2 for 8 in passing and 40 yards.
So he's completed only 25% of his passage. However, a 20-yard average per pass.
Oh, yeah. He's throwing the ball.
He will throw the ball again on 3rd and 9. This time, quick strike. Had the screen set up. David Miner, room on the near side. Nice block by Stiggers to hold his man up. Miner breaks free, and Miner will prance in for another Dallas Diesel touchdown.
That David Miner, whenever he touches the ball, he's excitement. They need to keep that ball in his hands. The man runs. The man plays a great game.
That's it. Just got running, baby. Teamwork.
And there's David Miner with a little greeting there for the home folks.
Yeah, at least he can take his helmet off after he gets off the field so everybody can see who the star is. David Miner plays excellent. He runs well. And you see he uses all his blockers to get loose there. That was a great setup by the offense.
Blanchard, 4 for 4 on PATs tonight. That helps.
28 points. Greg Miner has 4 rushes for 51 yards and 1 touchdown. 1 catch for 44 yards
And a
touchdown. So Miner is doing an excellent job here.
Miner, an early candidate for Offensive Player of the Game, I
I'm
guess.
telling you, he might. But isn't there 2 touchdowns apiece for both the running backs? Because we have Jarvis Williams. Oh, I see. Miner has a touchdown. Williams has a touchdown. And Harden has a touchdown.
And those are all rushing. And then the 1 receiving touchdown they have
Right
also
there.
goes to David Miner.
So we have 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown. And Miner a recipient of 2 touchdowns and excellent running. With that kind of offensive line and that kind of running in the backfield, there's not much many teams around the nation can do. And I'm proud to say that myself.
Blanchard getting that leg loose, and as I said before, he better keep it loose. 5th time tonight he's had to kick off.
On top of the extra points.
That too, yeah.
So we're talking 4 extra points, 3 kickoffs, and he's getting ready to do his next one. So that's 8 kicks. Keep that leg warm, and he's getting his foot behind it too.
Yeah, he's a busy man. The wind has been a factor in pretty much the first 3 games we've seen somewhat, at least as far as the kicking game goes. They don't have a flag on the pole here tonight, so I can't tell. I know there was wind earlier as I was walking into the stadium. So far, Blanchard hasn't been affected.
The total yards for the Dallas Diesel this half has been 228 yards, and for the Diablos we have 39 yards, but 25 yards came on penalties.
Kick taken by Pennegar at about his own 10. And again, they try a little trickery. Handoff going to Mon Jackson.
Iman Jackson. Okay, Iman Jackson. But then there was a penalty flag down because there was actually a holding on that block.
Got number 6.
Number 6.
On the back.
Reach back
In
and
the
held.
back.
So there was a good kickoff and good run, but it was nullified by the penalty with 1 minute and 1 second left.
When it goes bad, it all goes bad, I guess.
And now they're deep into their own territory. Now this is when the defense usually comes through.
We got an illegal block in the back. On number 6, black. Gonna be first down.
Wyland Burleson, the guilty party for Tarrant County. They're going to spot the ball at the 8-yard line. Now back at the 7. Now's the time, I think, where you can just go ahead and air it out. I don't think...
Well, what can you say? I mean, right now, they're going to have to make some dramatic changes in the halftime in order to come back from this 28-point deficit.
Williams with a quick sneak right up the middle, and that will not get you the 93 yards. And, of course, Tarrant County has only 1 timeout remaining here in the first half.
The White calls the timeout.
And having said that, the Dallas Diesel will burn one of their timeouts with 54 seconds to go.
I guess they figure at this point they're able to, if the man doesn't quarterback, he goes back for a pass, then we'll be able to get down and score. And the defense is used to scoring, so looking at who's coming to the sideline, we got Tiger Towns and Albert Jones. There's Albert Jones right there. And Albert Jones plays a good game of ball. Number 7 is
Marcus Compton.
Marcus Compton. They all came to the sideline to get some instruction from the defensive coordinator, which is okay because they're going back to try to score. They want to score in this game.
Remember, that's Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
Let's go, D!
You got a shot right here of the coaches on the sideline for the Dallas Diesel with 54 seconds left to go here, and they're discussing a strategy. We got Rodney Billups and his coaching staff directing from that point with the officials on the side. Of course, there's smiles on the side right now. Diablo set up in a split right.
Now that we're back to action, 2nd down and 8 for Tarrant County at their own 9-yard line. Really, 2nd down and 91. Finding the end zone before the half, I think, would definitely give them a boost. How much of one, I'm not sure. They trail 28-0. And I think if this were Canada, he could probably run with that. But
what he should have done, that would have been a live ball had he bounced it behind the line, instead of a forward pass. If he'd have bounced that behind the line of scrimmage instead of forward but backwards, he could have picked the ball up and run. That looked like a trick play that they was attempting to do, but at the same time, it didn't work.
Well, if you're going to try the trick play,
you wouldn't try the trick play down in your own end zone, practically on below your 10-yard line. I mean, that's taking a hell of a chance. Heck of a chance. I'm sorry.
Especially that didn't look like the way that you would want to execute it either.
No. But at least they got the quarterback out there with the nerve to attempt that. So
3rd down, 8 yards needed from the 9-yard line. Williams stepped up, avoids the rush. He takes off right up the middle, is whacked, but not before he gains yards all the way out to the 20-yard line. The man coming in to put on the big hit, the defensive back, 21, Raphael Jones. That'll move the chains. Clock remains moving as well. Tarrant County still with that 1 timeout left. They've got to let the clock run here at least a little bit longer. They huddled up and took their time getting back to the line. This is what I don't understand.
With 9 seconds left to go in the half.
So they'll probably get off 1 play to go. 1 play before the half, and they won't even get that. So an interesting turn of events there for the Tarrant County Diablos. They're going to go into the half on the wrong end of a 28-0 score. Dallas Diesel lead Tarrant County by that score of 28-0, and we invite you to stick around because the second half of play is coming your way. It's right after this. All right.
First national championships. The most recent being 1987. John Livingston is the musical director, and Jim Dent is the captain.